back to Gaming with the Hackets. Playing another scenario mode in Nucleares. It's going to be scenario mode number 2. So I just did a playthrough and I beat it. So now I want to record the video and actually show you. There's a couple things to look out for, so. Let's get into it. There's a cool little cutscene. I'm not going to talk over it though.
Greetings, operator. An unprecedented storm has struck the city, causing power-generating plants to go offline. The immediate startup of the reactor is urgently required. The tide is rising, and tsunamis have been reported along the coast. While the reactor is immune to tsunamis, it remains vulnerable to the rising tide. Take all necessary precautions, but we need you to fulfill the service. Wishing you the best of luck in maintaining the stability of the reactor during this critical period. Your dedication is greatly appreciated.
Alright, so I think the key here is to keep the reactor operating for like more than half the period. So 2 of the loops are emptied. And yeah, we gotta start up this reactor. So I'm gonna put these on medium while I'm working through some stuff. Let's go ahead, do nominal mode. Whoops.
New operating mode established. Nominal mode.
And then we're gonna load the fuel. Then we're gonna get these pumps going at 59%.
The reactor core coolant has started to
So just keep in mind, like your steam generator levels, you're gonna have about, I think, 60 to 70-ish %. So now we gotta fill these 2. So we're just gonna click start, medium, gonna get the condenser filling up. And now while we're waiting, probably turn this to high again, since we are waiting on a couple things. And then the only other thing you really have to worry about is water basically goes up to this level right here. Maybe it's this level. Yeah, it's this level right here. And that's both rooms, so if you don't close the blast door to the turbine room, you'll actually flood it out and then it won't be able to operate and you lose the game. So basically you're trying to get this done as fast as possible and get it started up. You can time skip in this, which is nice, and if you set this, oh yeah, don't forget, turn your resistor banks off. But if you set this to what I'm doing right now, you'll be good to go. So we're going to turn pump 1 off. And pump 2 off. Okay. And then you're actually, I think you actually want to, let's see. Well, it doesn't show it now, but I believe you're going to want to bump this up to 64-ish %. Okay, we're pressing up, so let's go ahead and start drawing some rods. And we want to be kind of aggressive in this because you want to get it started up as quickly as possible. Because like I said, if you don't meet that minimum for like 5 hours, I'll show you right here, you have to operate from 2 to 2000, so yeah. If you don't meet half the time requirements, you'll actually fail. then also if you have too much flow,
The reactor has
it's
reached
going to
critical
start
mass,
boiling a lot,
and its status
which is
has
going to
changed
drive your
dramatically.
generator power up and also your RPM. So you're going to actually have to adjust this blue here to bring down the frequency. Which is kind of weird, right? Because that shouldn't be how it operates, but... Okay, what's our reactivity? 20? Oh, we're coming up too hot. Let's turn that off for now. Okay, these are going down. So let's get this started. Let's see.
Operator,
Yeah, sure.
you have not met the minimum level of service. A large part of the city is in the dark.
Yes.
It is essential that you increase the power of the reactor and reverse this situation. Your dedication is greatly appreciated.
Still dropping. So we'll go up to 30 real quick. I'm gonna go check on the core. Make sure I'm not going crazy. See if this is coming down. Okay, that is coming down, but we're not there yet. Generator's coming up, and then also when our generator comes up all the way, you want to stop these. Not that it matters too much. But yeah, let's keep an eye on our generators. We are going to have to bump these up. Okay, so let's go up to medium speed already. This one we're probably going to have to do a little bit more. Then we'll look at our status. See how that loop's trailing? So we're actually going to want to bump that up a little bit more. So maybe another 6%. Okay, keep an eye on our generators. That's coming up, that's coming up, that's coming up. Okay, so this should be good for right now. Let's see where we're at. 43. So let's get a parallel ready. Okay, we made the paralleling requirements. It already says circuit breakers closed, which doesn't really make sense. Okay, let's bump our heaters on real quick. Turn them off, check our generators. And this is really what you're going to be doing. Bouncing back and forth. So it's coming down a little bit, so let's... This one can come up about 4%, we'll say. I did 5, that's fine though. This can come up 3, and this one 3. Okay, so we're actually getting pretty high, and that's when this frequency starts jumping up, so you just gotta spam this RPM button. Bring the frequency down. The frequency will come back down for whatever reason it spikes, but you just gotta keep an eye on it. Like as you can see, now we're below. Okay. Check our generators real quick, and then we're gonna go shut that blast door. Okay, that should be fine. That's fine. That's fine. Check the core. Okay, we're coming in hot, so let's drop this down, or put it up about, say 1.1. Maybe 4 more. Okay, so that'll be fine. Let's kill these turbines real quick. Check on our generator one more time. 51.8. Fairly steady. Okay, that should be fine. Let's go shut the blast door. Because you'll see a cutscene, it'll say, hey, the tides are still rolling up, so you need to check the turbines. And the higher you are when you do all this, the less you'll have to adjust. So last playthrough I got the 60% flow-ish. And then also the generators to be steady. So you really just gotta play it by ear. And like, you know, get the feel for operating. Sorry. But if you see this shooting up, you gotta quickly smash this RPM lower button. That'll help. You don't really need to adjust voltage, but it's dependent on like how fast you're spinning as well, so. Alright, generator is good. 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 Pretty much steady state now, so let's time warp. And we're just gonna stand right here. Oh,
Operator.
that's it, okay.
The Coast Guard has informed us that the rising tide will not stop. Take the necessary precautions to avoid the destruction of the turbines.
So that's that cutscene, and the water will start coming up. So I'll stand here and can actually watch water start coming in. Maybe. Yeah, so there it is. As you can see, all the doors get busted open. And then you gotta keep an eye on your temperature because it does start dropping sometimes. Let me silence that so you guys can actually hear me. It's actually going up a little bit, so that's good. Okay. Speed this up. And I think the highest this will get to is like 24,000, something like that. So you do need to keep an eye on it. You might have to adjust it, your coolant flow more. And then every time you adjust your turbine, I don't know why it says we're not in sync. Maybe it's because the synchronoscope is spinning, but that shouldn't matter. Guess it did. Checker generators. Kind of a little bit low, so let's bump these up 3%. Check on this one. Now let's check our status page and see how balanced they are. So they're pretty balanced. Okay, we're back to where we were, so speed it up and keep an eye on this core and just, okay, Okay, we're gonna drop 0.1, do our heaters, stop our heaters. Frequencies come up a little bit, but they're still okay. Just drop it back down a little bit. Speed time back up. Check the generators. This is pretty much all the scenario is, though. Just babysitting. And just knowing not to go above a certain level, and then also how to, I don't know, tame this generator. And I think my biggest problem was I kept freaking out, because this would start going down a lot. So then I would bump everything up to try to counteract, but I'd do like 5 or 10%, which then would cause this to like shoot up and then overspeed and break. So you just gotta kind of be patient, and if you see something messing up, just change it a couple percent. I think those can probably go up, say 2%. That's gonna bump this up, so now you gotta be careful of that. So keep eyeing your generator. It's actually going down, which is kind of weird. There we go. There's the increase I was expecting. A little bit of an increase, not too bad. Okay, still bumping up. 51.2 hertz, 51.3 hertz. It's just weird, right? Because you're ordering 3037, but it's spinning 3092. So you bump this down, which will drop this, and also drop your frequency. But I honestly think the frequency should be fixed, because that's how the AC sine wave is generated, based on like the number of rotations of the turbine. So if you have a governor that's set to spin a certain amount of RPMs, it shouldn't matter what happened. Like, it's only going to let a certain amount of steam through to actually spin the turbine. So I guess I don't know enough about civilian power plant turbines to speak on that topic. So yeah, this is all this is. Just babysitting. So our temperatures come down. Let's boost this up, increase our reactivity, get a little bit of a positive startup rate. We'll press up again a little bit, even though we're green. That way we can keep it a little bit higher. And then keep cycling through. Let's go up another 2. Oh boy, that was bad. Okay, we're gonna drain this condenser. I can't believe I did that. That pump's probably on fire. But as you can see, it's not really affecting these parameters. Go up another 2, since they are starting to drop and we want to keep them this band, ideally. Check our turbine, 51.6, it's speeding up a little bit. Okay, check our core, bump it up, get a little more reactivity in there. Okay, this frequency needs to come down a bit. Yeah, as you can see, they want 23,000, and if you don't put it up high enough, you're going to constantly be, you know, chasing the mark. So you're going to have to raise a little bit, raise your generators a little bit, check the turbine, raise your pumps, raise your generators, turbine, pump, generators, core, heaters, just like constantly going back and forth. Let's check our condenser. Okay, it's still coming down. Check our generators. Could probably go up another 2. We'll go 3. And I think this is pretty close to what I had. I think I had 72, 68, and 68 when I finished out this scenario. Okay, that's good. Still holding. Okay, we're actually coming down on frequency, so let's bump this up a smidge. Alright, let's speed this up again. Now the frequency is slightly going up. Okay, so we gotta lower it. I wish you could actually click and hold like they promised in their update. As you can see, nothing's happening. I'm clicking and holding. That's probably gonna go down too much. Alright. So that's about to be back in van. Speed it up.
Operator, you have not met the minimum level of service.
How?
A large part of the city is in the dark. It is essential that you increase the power of the reactor and reverse this situation. Your dedication is greatly appreciated.
It's crazy. So I'm not meeting the minimum. It's like in that movie Office Space. The minimum pieces of flare is 11 pieces. We want you to wear more flare so you can express yourself. Well, if you wanted the minimum higher, why not just make it higher? But I was, whoa, how did I miss that on 9 when I've been above the entire time? Okay, well that didn't make sense because I definitely... That's half. And I've been above this whole time. Well, now I understand why they said that. Okay, so I met the minimum. Let's see where we end up. Did it just bump up again? I think it did, huh? Oops, wrong button. probably even go up a little bit more. I'm just gonna push out more steam to my turbine. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Just gonna press up a little bit and then run over there. 50.7 hertz. Let's go. Still going up. Okay, we met that. Wish I could fast forward even more. But yeah. So this is pretty much it. This one's pretty easy, self-explanatory. The only tricky part is this. Like if you go too high too quick, you're gonna shoot up the RPM, and then the machine's gonna break itself, and then you fail the scenario. And then, you know, just sitting here for 12 hours waiting for the storm to pass is kind of annoying. I don't know if I should just stop it, like, what's the value really? Because I've already given you the tools to do this. So yeah, maybe I'll beat it and take a picture, or I could just keep going. I don't know how long it will take. Maybe it'll only take 3 minutes. Well, it looks like every minute is a second. So every hour is a minute. It's 7 extra minutes of me talking to myself. So you can actually go down into the water. Kind of disappears. Especially if you go through the elevator. I was gonna see if it's the same through here. Like if I walk through here. Wow, look at that. Walking underwater. Oh god. Well, that's a nice glitch. Get through the door. Get through the door. Alright, well that's another dumb way to die. But if I kept going, you'd see me beat it. I don't really think there's any value in telling you or showing you the same thing over and over. So I'm going to stop the video here. That's the third dumb way to die. 1, we got radiation poisoning. 2, we fell from a high place. Actually, this is the 4th. 3, we got electrocuted. And 4, we drowned. So before I logged on here to record this video, I actually run around all underneath the water and had 0 problems. And I was like, well, that's kind of a weird glitch. But obviously the water came back and it got me. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps you beat scenario 2. It's real easy. Just bump up your coolant to around 60% right away. Try to balance the loops early on. Manage your generators and your reactivity. And then watch out for that RPM and you'll be completely fine. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this mic worked out. I just got a new one. And yeah, I guess I'll find out when I go to listen to the video. Anyways, go ahead and like the video if you want, and if you're new and you want to see more Nuclear's content and eventually down the line more other games that I'll be playing. If you want to subscribe, you get to stay tuned and see what I'm all about. Anyways, thanks guys, and I appreciate it. Have a good day and happy holidays. This video is on Christmas Eve, so if you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. I think there's also Kwanzaa. I don't know any other big holidays. But happy holidays to everyone, and hope you guys have a happy new year if you don't tune in. I will be posting more content between now and New Year's, so I'll keep saying it, or I'll say it on New Year's or something. Anyways, once again, thank you. I appreciate it. Bye, guys.